Well, hello. Hello, good evening and welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Guru Mafinda. Now, if you remember a few weeks ago, I think it was probably 4 weeks ago, I shall check. My little ticket. The 24th of the 9th. It's the 20-somethingth of the 10th now. We started off some leafy greens for overwintering in the form of dwarf French kale, or dwarf kale, pak choy, and cauliflower all the year round. And they've come through nicely. Well, most of them have. My glasses need to be repaired. I'll show you. Here we go. I'll just shut the door. Oops. Here we go. So we've got the pak choy, Shanghai variety. We've got all the year round collies there. Got some more pak choy there, and we've got some curly kale, dwarf green kale. Some of it's come through, some of it's not, some of it's been bit by the look of it, by some grub or other. But yeah, I think we've got probably 6 or 7 of the kale. We've got plenty of the pak choy. That's done quite well actually coming through to this stage. And we've got the collies there, and 12 cauliflowers. Now we just need to find a home for them. So I've selected a home for the pak choy. Inside the polytunnel being these little beds that we've got inside here. We usually grow cucumbers or tomatoes in here. But over winter, obviously the tomatoes and what have you are gone now, and over winter we're going to be putting the leafy greens, and they're already coming through nice, and they don't take very long, pak choy. These should be ready hopefully in about under normal circumstances going through the early summer. These will be ready around about 12 weeks. You'll get the full pak choy. But in here they've already done 4 weeks, so I'm guessing probably another 12 weeks. So this will take us up to Christmas time, fingers crossed, where we can be harvesting these. You can harvest them at any time, even as little seedlings like this, as little baby plants. You can take them, but obviously they're not big enough for my tests. If we had thousands of them, it'd be all right. You could have them as microgreens or what have you. But we're going to be putting them into these little beds. I'm going to prepare the soil first. I'm going to be adding in some nutrition in the form of these chicken manure pellets, poultry manure pellets, into there. Plenty of nitrogen for them there, a bit of phosphorus and what have you. That's going to go into the ground. Leafy greens do like nitrogen, so that should do them the power of good. I'm going to be weeding out these horses' tails as well. I've been pulling a few horses' tails out, as you can see in that bucket, but they're all over the place. So any weeds I'm going to clear off as well. But we're going to get these into the ground. There's our onions as well. I'm going to be planting them out, but I won't show you that. You've seen me do that 2 or 3 times, haven't you? But yeah, let's get some of these in, starting with the pak choy. Okay, guys. Now, first off, I'm going to moisturise the soil with some rainwater. It's very dry, this compost that's in here at the moment. So I'm going to wet the beds. You wet the bed. And just get some moisture into the soil. It doesn't tend to burn away the moisture at this time of year because you're not getting the intense heat coming through. But we do want to get some water in there and let it sort of drain down into the bed. So I'm going to be putting 10 litres in and letting it all soak through before we do anything else. So leave me with that, and then we can add in the chicken manure. Okay, so they've been moistened, and they've had 10 litres of water apiece. Just below the surface, it's still dry though, so I may well give it a bit more. I don't think the drainage is fantastic in those, although we have got the perlite in there to loosen up the soil. So I'm going to give them a little bit more, I think, just so that it's damp, so all the water is damp and moist. And then we're adding in the chicken manure pellets. Okay, so each one of those beds has had 2 good scoops or handfuls of the chicken manure. I'm going to top it off now with the clover compost. We've got some clover left, so I'm just going to top those beds off and then mix it all together so it's got an integrated mix, and then we'll start to plant up. Okay guys. Okay. So we've topped it off with the compost, with the clover. All we're going to do now is, I hope you can see it, is get these two fingers, these two, and make some impressions. Now we need to get, I want to get the 12 pak choi plants into this bed. Now the bed is only sort of like 2 feet by 3 feet. So there's not a great deal of space, but with pak choi, the pak choi you get from the supermarket is only quite small, not fully headed up, to be honest. If I can get 6 in on this side and 6 in on that side, that should be fine. I can give them a little bit more space actually looking at that. So I'll put one there, I'll put one there, I'll put one there, and I'll work my way along until we've got the 6 holes. Well, actually there's 5, isn't it, doing it that way. So I'll put 5 there, put 2 in the middle, around there, and then do the same down this side. I can see already that the water isn't getting down deep, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. They've had 20 litres of water, these beds, but I might well just give it another dousing. In fact I will. I'll give it all another dousing, because if you look in the hole, you probably won't be able to see, but in the holes just below ground level it's still dry, which isn't very good, is it? I want the moisture to be in the soil before I plant up. So I'll just pause you for a minute. And there they all are, all planted up. There's a baker's dozen in each. There were 2 plants that I didn't favour. I was going to swap that one out as well, that one there, but I'll give it a chance. It's been bug bit, that one. But they're all in now, and they should be doing fine and dandy, hopefully. I'll keep an eye on them. I'm going to close everything off tomorrow, make sure it's all sealed up, and I might well put some sheeting over that back window there as well, because that's where our vents, these are our vents around the side lifting vents. But now the weather's getting cooler, we're going to close them off, keep the warmth in and the cold out as much as we possibly can, and yeah, give them the best chance. Okay, they look alright, don't they? There they all are behind me, in the little beds, the little 3 foot by 2 foot beds, or a metre by about 60 centimetres, something like that. We've got these in as well. These are going to be going into the buckets. These are the remaining brassicas for winter. So we've got curly kale, French kale, dwarf French kale, whatever it is, dwarf kale, green, and cauliflower there. That's going to be going in. We've also got the onions. I'll show you the onions. I've just taken them outside now to give them a drink because it's raining, and they're going to be planted in tomorrow as well. So I'll show you those. Okay, there they are, all the onions. So they're going to be planted into that bed and into that bed tomorrow. That's the plan, that's the game plan. A lot of tidying up to do as usual, like, you know, I've got to get rid of all this mess. But I'll see how we get on. We're going for a, well, we're down for going for a trip out this afternoon. Monday is Halloween, so I think today's the 29th. Yeah, Saturday the 29th. So we're going for a bit of a do for Halloween. We're having a party around at our place tonight for Daryl and his kids and my kids and what have you. That's tonight, but we're supposed to be going to Hay Hall, which is over that way, country estate, where they're doing some sort of Halloween thing. I need to fix this gate as well. It's sticking at the top. That's another project. You're never stuck for a job down here on the plots. Take care of yourselves and each other.
we love you all, and remember, keep growing with your heads down. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. This has been Guru Mafinda, and I'm signing out. Take care, bye bye, and God bless. Ta-da now, boys and girls.